The affordable housing that is in Pangani, I realized our other brothers have already taken it. So nobody is there anymore. It is people who can't talk English, who can't talk Kiswahili,
Yes.
but they are all there and it's full.
Uko 30 years or barely 30 years, unaendesha magari matatu kubwa kubwa. Uko na kampuni 6. Unapata.
Yeah.
How? Jeff umefanya kazi kwa zile 55.
Did you listen to the Hot Breakfast this morning? Here's what you missed.
And you know, today, we're talking about earlier on, the Treasury Cabinet Secretary will be reading the budget.
Your design.
The 4 trillion plus budget.
Kabisa mzee. That's the country's expenditure plan.
Wow.
And then pia atatuambia mali o ganji natoka.
And then Finance Bill 2024
Yes,
is contentious.
Bias,
all the very way. In fact,
yes,
our guest today, all the way from Dagoreti North.
Your design.
Which is part of where we are right now. I didn't know.
Right
I didn't
now.
realize, To Dagoreti North.
To Dagoreti North.
In the meantime,
Very much.
people are struggling. This was supposed to be a hustler's budget.
Your design.
What happened to bottom up?
Lakini hapa Nairobi tumetoka hasla tumeingia chokora bwana. Yeah, we have been taken. Yani when you look at Mathare, you're like, whoa.
Nikubaya.
What life is this? And it's very sad because I looked at Shosho, who has never gone for a cut for her dreads ever since independence.
All right.
Shosho has lived in Mathare all her life, and everything of hers came down. And I just wondered, 65 years in Mathare, where does Shosho go?
Disorientation.
Very, very, very sad.
Where does she
for
go?
those old mamas of Mau Mau, because most of them are the ones who live in Mathare, and we are not saying you need to get out of a riparian. You need to, but I think what we needed to have done is just to first get to know who are the ones who rent in Mathare, and who are the ones call Mathare home.
Yeah.
So that you distinguish the two and ensure those who call Mathare home can find a home. For me, who has come to rent in Mathare, support me to go and rent somewhere. I have no issue.
Yeah.
But a person who called Mathare our home, that is a person who is in a lot of trials at this time.
Yeah.
And can find themselves, most of them, sick, stressed, in hospital, and just die.
Oh, dead, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, they've already been forgotten. They've already been forgotten.
My goodness.
The floods came and went.
Yeah.
They've been forgotten.
Absolutely. And you see, we've never even asked ourselves, that water, where did it come from? Because I always feel that was a dam that busted somewhere. And then because it gets into the stream and the waters were just... Because I am asking myself, the river starts from our side. Yes, it can be, but it cannot do what it did in Mathare. That should be a lot of water that busted somewhere and just came. Because you wake up at 3 a.m. and all of you, water is in your houses up to the roof. That is not water from a river that's just flowing. No. There was something wrong that just happened. And so as much as we are doing all those demolitions and all that, I know I've been saying, before you start with us in Kawangware and wherever, please start in Kelileshwa and tell me, these people who have built very close to the riparian, whether you're going to demolish. We are still waiting to see, because it will be very unfair to come and start the other side and you've left everyone with high-rises on the river and you've not touched them. And that, I think that is what people are feeling a bit discriminated in it. But then also I need to call upon the county. I mean, Jeff, we are going through a lot of challenges, yes. And we have also challenges of our business people in this county. And this county has decided just to do business the bad way, as we look for revenue, even as we talk for budgets. And I'll tell you, I doubt whether they've even gone to know where their people have gone in terms of disaster. Where are the people? Are you trying to think? The town is now, people are coming to sleep in the town now.
Yeah.
So is that what Nairobi County will want to see? I don't know. Because then you find a lot of challenges in security in town and all that. And people are hungry. So they have no other choice but to do that, because we have just taken all their livelihoods.
Yeah.
So that is one thing the county should be sitting down and asking themselves, how do we deal now with the insecurity? How do we deal with livelihoods of people who have now lost everything? And how do you start dealing with even social issues that are going to come up? But then there's another thing this county has to think. And I'll say in Dagoreti North. So you want to start a business. So they come, you have a team of the environment, the health, the everything. And they enter into your business. You find number one will come, will tell you, you don't have this and this and this. You don't have the liquor license, I don't know this and this. They go. The next one will come. The next one will come. And I want to tell the governor today, please, we are about to take a girl into a bed of hospital who came from Canada, opened her restaurant, started the restaurant very well. It started picking. I am told, apparently in all these bars, people must go into a payroll for you to survive. I am told you have to give team 1, team 2, team 3. I'm not saying msichukue county. Mchukue tu, lakini chukueni mkijua it's your business, hapo ndio mnatoa salaries. So team 3, so you have 5 teams. Before you do your business, I think you'll have spent like 10 million giving people first.
It's like extortion.
It's absolutely very unfortunate. And so when you are new in the business and you didn't know how to, you just thought,
Maneuver.
I'll come, I'll
From
do
Canada.
it from Canada, I'll do it clean,
Innocently.
I'll do it innocently,
Yeah.
I'll bring kidum and all this. And this is a girl, and I am like, I don't want to, because I know they might say, okay, now Elachi, then they go again and start hurting her. But the worst is, even the women who are there, who are senior in this department, why would you do this? Not just to a woman. I know there are even other men who have opened and they are going through the same. So I want to tell them, musizoe kukula mpaka unatoa mzizi mpaka mtu anajipata hana kitu. Kula kidogo kidogo na msaidia watu wafanye biashara, because they are employing people. You have, like this girl has 39 workers. And when she started, she had 100.
Yeah. So she's downsizing.
Even now, she's about to close it.
And what, go back to Canada?
And they are seeing how this finance bill is threatening everyone. Instead of enticing people to have business in your county, they have decided you will take their children to school. They will buy cars on you. I will tell you now, your children will not do well in school. That money is cursed money, because this other person is just crying, is just praying every day, is just asking God what type of people. So where are the blessings?
Mtu wetu Dimples anafanyaje?
So now my governor, you know me, I thought kweli my governor will really, okay, in the good side, kwa mahospitali amejaribu sana. You know, let me start at the positive.
Yeah.
Kwa mahospitali, excellent. I mean, Mama Lucy, where you find 3,000 people are walking in and they are finding treatment or what, that's okay. But let me tell where my governor, and he has to rethink on this one. The moment you have people who have worked with the previous regime, they have come, they have told you they are going to work. If the previous regime didn't work, how are you going to work?
But that's a mafia. They've been there for like 40 years.
Yes, if I know they are the mafias, why have I taken the mafias?
You can't fight the mafia.
Pick only 3. Health, cleanliness. Just
Transport.
2. Nairobians will salute you. Yes. And just put in a system and it will work. But you want to come kwa mjengo, simamisha mijengo yote. Why? Here there's this, here there's this, here there's this. Mafia. Weka CCTV yote. Kwani? Nowadays I can know when you are taking somebody's money. Kwani?
Under NMS, was Nairobi better?
General left us with 19 hospitals. You know, it's good to be very honest.
Yeah.
Alituacha now. But you see, he worked very closely with the national government. That's why I'm saying, no governor of Nairobi. That's why you'll say cartels na nini. No governor, even when Sonko was doing, You remember the regeneration team?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to partner with the national
National government.
But if you jifanya huwezi partner, hautafanya kitu.
Lakini it's you, this man is close to State House.
Yeah, so he has to partner. Go partner with the national government, and you will see things now flowing, because you bring in the national government to support you where you don't have that capacity, because Nairobi is big. It's as simple as
And
that.
it's very critical. Nairobi
Yes.
unajua.
Na ukisikia mtu yote akisema hatutaki national government, sasa hiyo ndio kateli ile mzuri kabisa. Hiyo ndio inaogopanga, because inajua nao watakuja kuchukua ile tunachukuanga. But if you are serious with your city, partner with the national, give them the city, deal with the sub counties, deal with the sub constituencies, but in the city give it to the national government to run for you security, to run for you all the things that is happening in the city, and you'll see how it will run.
So tell me, how is this budget going to affect you and your constituency?
This one? This one is going to kill my constituency completely. I mean, I want to first agree. I see what the finance bill team is bringing first. If they have not removed the issues of motor vehicle, bread, unga, all these things that are touching the real mwananchi, then I know we are in a big trouble of this country, where we have just decided close people, let people now lavish in poverty completely. Children will go on strikes because bread is in schools. They are the ones who eat this bread. And you cannot, and it's the only thing remaining. For example, in Nairobi, the worst to the worst, when they are about to sleep hungry, you know, the only thing they can go for is bread and have sturungi na walale. And many families are going through that right now. So the issue of treasury thinking that the more you do these things, you collect. And yet in the last finance bill, they were unable. They were even unable to get levy from fuel. Is Coca-Cola supposed to pay for all their trucks now? Or brewery? Or Superlofts? Or how are they going to survive in their business? And so imagine we are talking of Vision 2030, which is remaining like 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
And yet now we are retrogressing on what Kibaki thought we will be doing. And the most sad part is that we are becoming more traders than manufacturers again, because we have just decided to create a very unconducive environment for our business people. People used to say, okay, we can survive, but now people are saying we'll better close our industries and manufacturing companies and take them to across the borders. And then we just we bring it back to Kenya.
For duty free.
For duty free,
Yeah.
and you import in. And so we become very, very sad. And even this pharmaceutical thing, it's also going to hurt the local manufacturers. So I don't know what the Economic Council team of the president, as they look at all these things, and this month, in your payslip, in the month of July, is when you start paying shift.
2.75%.
Remember, there was one time we discussed the issue of affordable housing, and we said
1.5.
people will remove money, yes, but you'll have so much money, and you'll start now using it differently. So now, the money for affordable housing is now going to treasury bonds, because you're unable to take the intake. And it is wrong. You can't take taxes of people and now make it a business. And that's one thing we kept on telling them. Give yourselves 2 years. Plan this thing well, so that when you start taxing Kenyans, the money flows to where it's supposed to be. So you've removed people on riparian land, but we don't have houses to put them in.
Yeah.
But you said you're having, 10,000 affordable housing. The other day I went, the affordable housing that is in Pangani, I realized our other brothers have already taken it. So nobody is there anymore. It is people who can't talk English, who can't talk Kiswahili,
Yes.
but they are all there and it's full. And they have decided to move the rent from 35,000 to 90,000. And they are paying in 6 months.
Cash.
What the government should also do, so that it starts we Kenyans are willing, some of us, that's my thinking. Why can't you just privatize our roads? We will pay the toll, but let's see the road. Because this one of you using our taxpayers' money to do roads, you are not doing the roads. You are doing business, making money for yourselves, so that tomorrow another person will come and do business.
Yeah.
We are better off in private partnerships for all our highways, our roads. We have no issue. We have now tested the expressway. We know. We will pay the little we have, but you are on a good highway. You are not consuming a lot of fuel. Your car is not going to a garage very easily.
Yeah.
And so you'll save. But you will go. And in 2 hours, you'll be in Eldoret. In 3 hours, you'll be at home, wherever you want to go. I think that's what the government should do for us in Kenya. And start now telling us, because this song of telling me debt, fine. But you in 2 years, you have a debt also of 2 trillion shillings, but no one project to say
To show for
this
it.
is what we have done. That is what Kenyans are feeling so disappointed.
If you as the leader of a country utasimama kidete na useme my country has to move forward,
Yeah.
and I'll get rid of those who are against this approach,
Yeah.
it will have to work. Basi nasemanga tu pesa zinapotea, yet tunajua wenye wanaiba hizo pesa. What do?
We just applaud them.
Haya,
And we want to be like them when we grow up.
tenda zinapeanwa.
Exactly.
You know very well my uncle is not a civil engineer, yet anaran kampuni ya construction.
Amepata tender.
Amepata tender. Inafanywa substandard roads. Tunapitia. These leaders are the same leaders who use these roads that are poorly done.
But then they have huge SUVs,
SUVs.
4x4s.
Unapata.
They don't feel the potholes.
And then wanatumia mwaka moja mwaka mbili wana do away with them, wanaitisha
get
pesa
fresh.
ingine.
Naona Dar es Salaam sasa wameshikana na Dubai, so wanatengeneza port. Huku Kenya bado tunapiga kelele, port yetu, na port huko inaanza kupa. In 10 years you'll have nothing to speak about your port, because that port will be functional, very functional.
And you know they have BRT now.
Yeah.
The buses are working
Yes.
like on.
Thika Road tuliekewa waliweka paint.
No, ilikuwa lipstick. Ilikuwa lipstick ya pink.
Ikakuwa washed away. Again, alafu wakeka structures zingine za chuma hapo, never completed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
And nobody is asking.
No.
Then we move on. Because you do something, haujali ilifanywa, haulizi, haufuatili ziko wapi.
Yeah.
Unasikia tu, people went to South Africa, they bought the buses. Where are the buses? Up to now. We can't change the system. Usiniambie cartel, no. Because Mishuki came and gave us a change. And Kenyans embraced that change.
And appreciate
So it is within a leader. You can deal with your cartels, you can work with your cartels, but you'll tell them this is how we are working. Na huko juu Museveni bado anatengeneza na total hiyo pipe yake tu. Yeah, if you drive that side
Not
of
so long a
Baraba,
time,
we'll go
Uganda,
through
you'll
Tanzania.
find a very serious
Not
business
so
going
long a
on.
time we will
So
stop
in
being
10
the
years,
hub.
because we are not looking 20 years, the way Kibaki said. Even nobody has started saying, now we are about to finish our Vision 2030.
Yeah.
I have not heard even government saying, we have now a task force starting to review
The progress we've made.
progress we've made, what we haven't done in that vision, so that you start packaging. You want to wait until you get to 2030.
And then to push.
Then now you start.
Ama to push tuseme sasa itakuwa Vision 2045.
I don't know. It's, and those are some of the things, indicators that will tell you the country. Where is your country? We don't even question governors. Fine. You have decided you'll always stretch your hand to the national government. Give. Yours that you are remaining with. Where is it?
How are you
What are you
managing
doing
that?
with it? What have you done? How come Anyanyon can make Kisumu clean and work and what,
Imagine.
and you in another county neighbor you can't? Wewe unajaza soko yako yote inakuwa tu ni mavuli. Why would I be a governor na siwezi tengeneza markets for my people?
Saizi Muhesh, politics imechukuliwa kama the shortest route towards wealth creation.
I know.
Unapata. So unapata hata watu hii wanashindwa niende shule kufanya nini, and if I can buy my way
I tell you.
into politics, naweza nika make as much as I can. Right now, Gen Zs hawapati raha ya masomo. Manake unakam, you graduate, unapata hizo kazi nazo hakuna.
Haziko.
Watu wenye wajasoma ndio wanaendesha magari makubwa huku. Some wako na ill gotten wealth. Hakuna msana wa question hii pesa inatokaje. Uko 30 years or barely 30 years unaendesha magari matatu kubwa. Uko na kampuni 6. Unapata.
Yeah.
How? Jeff umefanya kazi kwa zile 55. Just
Na bado anafanya.
Unapata.
I feel something in my heart that I always want to say, but then I tell myself, omba Mungu ufunge mdomo.
Akufundishe kunyamaza.
Sometimes there are 10 pages of auctions.
Yes.
And repossessions.
10 pages.
Yeah.
Full of auctions. People are being auctioned out of home and life.
The guy of Current Country Club, Karaoke. When Karaoke's premises in Naivasha came down, a beautiful place. At that time, they were bringing down demolitions that you are on the railway, sijui what. And he told me that he went and looked for trucks because at that time now he had asked for help, and you remember he was the owner of Reminisce. One time they just came, chucked him out of Reminisce.
Yes.
And then down there he puts things on a lorry. He's thinking they are taking to where he has requested. Guys just went with his stuff. It's only one truck that arrived at the premises where a guy had given him to take this stuff. And then from there, people looted that place for like 1 month. Then he went to court. When he went to court, they agreed. And I know he has been helped by Kenya Railways, by the AG, the solicitor, to see how, because they requested him to come out of court. I think it's just, roughly 200 million he's supposed to be paid. And then this thing goes to the ministry. And in the ministry, a guy there just decides to put in another 19 companies and tells the CS, if you're going to compensate this one, you must put on these others. And you stole the whole thing. Because when you put that way, the thing just bloats to another billions of shillings. And now, my Karaoke and family are about to be chucked out just because of a government that did very wrong to him. And your house is about to go. How? How do you do that to a Kenyan? Who you're supposed to pay? You've requested him come out of court. If he was in court, today the bank wouldn't be chasing him because they will tell the bank, wait, because we know this case and we have agreed payments must come from the side. And that's how it is. And I listened to that story and I said, hallelujah. So the guys went and thought, how much money can we make in this thing?
Yeah.
Hii yake ni kidogo sana. Tuongeze 10%, ndio tupate. It's very unfortunate. And I want to plead with the CS of Transport. I know he's a good man and he's young. Try and follow up this family, not to be in the cold, my CS. Kindly, wherever you are, I am begging you. I want to plead with the president. There are few people. Let's not kill the businesses of people. Let us try and listen to the cry of Kenyans on this finance bill. Agree with us with Parliament that we have to remove issues of diapers, issues of sanitary pads, issues of bread, issues of vehicles, and we will leave you with a few where you can collect revenue and let Kenyans have a breather. But also we have to ask ourselves, we've been having these finance bills. It's not the first time. So they need to go back and rethink how to package each finance bill. And then also, I don't know whether they have looked at the last finance bill. Was Kerry able to have a conducive environment to collect that revenue? If no, then you should know this will be worse. So rethinking it, it will be worse than what you had. So, and there are some things in the last finance bill that are maturing now, in terms of excise duty, in terms of many things. So that's why people are feeling very agitated. Many people have spoken about it. And it's not just about PR, because the worst we normally do as members of parliament is PR. We take views of people and we don't do what we have told people we'll do. But I'm hoping on this one we will try our best to do that, Jeff.